evening, wherever you are. This is Dr. Susan Gitau, and I'm back home. This is our country, or what we call in my country, Kenya, Shads. And this is where my sister, Margret Gitau, used to live. And maybe I want to talk about loss and grief process, but just beginning by celebrating my sister, our matriarch, Margret Gitau, who left 2 daughters-in-laws, and she also left 6 grandchildren. I'm very, very happy whenever we have family get together. David Waiterero, Julius Waiterero, Precious, Kina Devi, nawapenda nyinyi wote. One of the things that I want to talk about my late sister is 3.5 months ago since we buried her, and I'm very happy because you can see she used to live with these very beautiful friends of man, like we used to call him Simba, and he really loved my sister Margret, and there are 4 of them, and every now and then they always come to the graveside. And I want to demystify the pain of losing a loved one using my sister's experience. My sister had many strengths, and we all have weaknesses. She also had her own weaknesses. Like if she got angry, she would not talk. She would just keep quiet. And maybe one time you will hear repeating something and you're like, wow, I even forgot that. I didn't even know she still remembers that. But that's her nature. That was her nature. And today, as I remember my sister, Margret Waiterero, I think she was the first in the family who really followed my dad's adventurous attitude. And so she took the family for the first time to Masai Mara National Park. I know most people from all over the world come to visit Kenya to see the Big 5. And my sister would take us there. She loved her family so much that she would not leave anything to herself in case it's going to help the family. And so 3.5 months ago, we laid her to rest. Margret, may your soul continue resting in peace. There's a lot we talked, my sister, a lot. The 3 months you stayed with me in my house before you took your last breath. I really celebrate those moments. And one thing I learned from you is that you are not afraid to die. And I think you actually taught me not to be afraid to die. Why? Everything we talked with you, you had done what you needed to do in your life. And the little that you felt was not done, we are already doing it, and we are trusting God that we are going to finish it. You are pretty much worried about our permanent home because you pretty well know that we lived in the slum for many years. We were homeless, people living in the slums, and the ones living on the streets are almost the same. And your worry was, are we going to have a permanent home where all of us can celebrate and all of us can live together in harmony? And those plans are underway. We still enjoy the structures where you used to live. We still come here actually on a weekly basis, and my son Charles, I think, comes almost on a daily basis. And your sons too, they have been here with their families maybe twice. We have been to your church. We've gone to give thanks for the support they gave us during your funeral day. And a lot more has been happening around here. You connected us to very many families around here. And I would like to update you, we are doing very well. We have joined the groups that were here. We feel part of these families around here. They miss you a lot. We still give them water, like you always used to give them water. And we are happy. There was one girl that you really loved so much, Kagure. We took her, courtesy of your love for her, and we are paying for her secondary education. And we have also picked other children along the way. There was also another young man that you loved so much. He used to call himself Nico, but right now he's at Karatina University. He's pursuing a health course there, a health systems management course in the School of Nursing, and we are happy. It's because of you, Margret. As I celebrate you 3.5 months since we buried you, I want to tell you I'm not afraid to face life. You taught me a lot even when I was at the university. And even when we had our moment of conflict, that is normal. It's a normal family occurrence. It's normal family. But one thing I remember about you, Margret, the last words you said to me, you now understand why Dad loved me so much. You know, you really touched me. And I try to think a lot because that time you didn't have a lot of energy when you're in the hospital. And one of the things that I keep remembering is that I didn't know you are passing the baton over to me. Now it's so clear you're passing the baton over to me. And now I can tell whatever you're handling was not easy. So I would still recall a lot of the things that you used to do, especially the family get-togethers. They are not going to die. They will remain. You also loved us to keep talking and talking and talking. And so we are going to continue that. We shall continue talking and talking and talking. And especially talking about our children. You loved children to death. You know, I wish I could be a good cook like you, but I can't. Because I'm not very good in the kitchen. You know that. Even Mom used to say, don't give Susan a chance to cook, otherwise we shall never eat. So what I'm going to do is to try and encourage Kina Jean, Wanyuiki's wife. I'm going to encourage my sister. You know Rose loves cooking. Even right now she's behind there cooking. So I'm going to eat and carry food from up country. So I'm going to encourage them. Shiro loves cooking. Right now, by the way, she's running the open air hotel that Rose used to run because Rose came and took your place here so that we have a home. And if you can look around, I wish you could see. You can look around and see we actually fenced. That was one of your desires. You really wanted us to fence the whole farm, and we have fenced it all around, up. We have fenced everywhere, because you used to say sometimes you could never tell who is taking the bananas, who is taking the avocados, who is taking the mangoes, and the many fruits that are in this farm. And so that is one thing I can tell you. 3.5 months, Margaret, we have fenced. We have taken Mogore, we have taken Nico to Karatina University. That is Mama Shiko, your friend, you know. And I can say Bushu is also gone to a very good school in Kirinyaga, and he seems to be very happy about it. That is your first grandson. And Rose is here, continuing with the work that you did. And I am here, being the mother, although I have always been a mother, but not a cooking mother like you, to our siblings and to my nephews and nieces. Mark, they still celebrate you. Shiro, they still celebrate you. One of the things I want to say to the viewer, losing someone is painful. Losing someone leaves a very big gap in the family and in a person's life. But with my sister Margret, I want to assure you, it was a life well lived. My sister was prepared to leave the world. And why I say she was prepared to leave the world, she was not afraid of dying. And in her last moments, she was feeding us with lots of wisdom. I've never had a family member who took their last breath like the way my sister did. I know for her children, it can never be ready for them. For her children, David and Julius, it can never be ready. But I want to tell you, your mom's soul is resting in peace. And if you are very reflective and know you are taking one day at a time, one breath at a time, you can tell that whatever your mom used to tell the family, whatever she used to do in this farm, we took her word seriously and things are moving to the right direction. So I want to tell everybody at the same time who has lost a loved one, don't be afraid to visit the graveside so that you can be able to tell what is still remaining. This is where my sister lies, her body, her remains, they lie here. And one of the things I know is that her spirit is at peace. Her body died because it got sick. And when the body gets sick and it can't take any more of that physical suffering, we have to leave Earth. Just like the way we came, we shall leave. But my challenge to you is your family going to remember you like I remember my sister? Are you going to resolve issues that could be pending in your life? You who is sick in bed, you who has a sick relative with especially chronic illness, are you trying to accept that one day we shall all die? Are you trying to accept that there are some situations you can help them resolve? You can help yourself, your family resolve? We had those moments, last moments with my sister. And I thank God that our last deep conversation about family issues and moving forward happened on Good Friday. And that is the time immediately the president of this nation, His Excellency, President Uhuru Kenyatta, declared a lockdown, a total lockdown again, especially in my county of Kiambu and Murang'a. My up country is in Murang'a. I live in Kiambu County. And so coming here to see my sister was quite difficult. We needed a letter from the hospital to show that she's coming over for her health care. And we also needed a letter to cross off. And the day we were supposed to come and bury her, the day before, the boulders were opened. So it was easy for me to come and rest my sister in peace with no boulders conflicts, because the roadblocks were removed. And so keeping memories is not bad, but keeping memories with a smile and with a heart of gratitude. Still remain grateful to all my friends who live in Kenya and outside Kenya. The support you gave me when I needed to clear the medical bills, when I needed to clear the funeral and burial expenses, is still in my heart. And I want to give you lots of thanks and say, may God bless you. May God bless you. May God bless you. Still remain yours, Dr. Susan Gitau. Asante sana. Thank you so much for keeping me company always. And thank you for subscribing to